9 foods people with asthma should avoid. People with asthma are often in search of homemade recipes or foods to eat in order to have fewer attacks, but not many know which foods to avoid. Believe it or not, some foods can make asthma symptoms worse. Read below to learn more. Diet matters for asthma. This statement may sound a bit pretentious, since food isn't the only solution for asthma. However, your diet has a big impact on your life. Limiting your consumption of certain foods and eating a nutritious diet can help treat asthma. It goes wonderfully with conventional treatments. If you have asthma, avoid or reduce your intake of saturated fat. It's found in many foods we enjoy for lunch or dinner, such as baked goods, red meat, and fried foods. Saturated fat is also present in processed food and, according to Mayo Clinic, worsens the symptoms of asthma. This is due to the immune system's response to taking in these substances. Therefore, eating omega-3 fatty acids is recommended, found in oily fish, flaxseed, and walnuts, for example, as well as sources of lean protein, skim milk, chicken breast, and legumes, for example. When you go shopping, check labels to find foods that don't contain saturated fat. Likewise, start steaming, baking, or grilling your food instead of frying. Whole milk. Whole milk is high in fat and thus worsens your symptoms. But don't worry, you don't have to go vegan. Just choose your dairy intelligently, pick non-fat products and try substitutes once in a while. Have you tried almond milk or potato milk, for example? We often eat a lot of dairy without realizing it, since it's in all kinds of recipes and daily foods, creamy soups, filled pasta dishes, ice cream, lattes, smoothies, butter, etc. As if that weren't enough, the consistency and texture of milk products increase mucus production, and therefore increase congestion. This makes it hard to breathe freely during an asthma attack. Red meat. Again, we have to talk about saturated fat, because meat has it in large quantities. While there are exceptions, like lamb, which is leaner, asthma is worsened by the saturated fat found in beef or pork. According to a study from the Nutrition Journal, people who eat a lot of red meat are also more likely to develop asthma. Have it once a week, maximum, and choose healthier options like chicken, turkey, or fish. Citrus fruits and tomatoes. How can these fruits that are supposedly good for us make asthma worse? Both citrus fruits and tomatoes do contain a lot of nutrients and fiber, but also components that can worsen asthma symptoms. You don't have to stop eating them overnight, but try to at least lower your consumption. Salty foods. too much sodium triggers kidney problems, obesity, and leg swelling. It can also have a negative impact on people with asthma, since they increase your immune response and set off your symptoms. Use little salt on your meals and avoid processed foods, like canned or instant soup, French fries, and other snacks. Don't even keep the salt shaker on the table, and be sure to read the packaging of things you buy at the store because many contain hidden sodium, even sweets contain salt. Trans fat. Trans fat is formed by a process where hydrogen is incorporated into vegetable oil. It is very harmful and increases your risk of cardiac diseases and diabetes, while aggravating asthma symptoms. Avoid all foods with trans fat, including margarine, fried foods from restaurants, and partially hydrogenated oils. These fats are also in cookies and commercial baked goods, cakes, and cake mixes. Instead, choose foods with good fats like olive or canola oil, organic, flaxseed, and nuts like almonds or walnuts. This will not only reduce your asthma symptoms, but also protect you from many other illnesses. Magnesium versus asthma. You can't forget magnesium-rich foods when it comes to a good diet for people with asthma. This mineral is necessary to relax your muscles and respiratory system. It's also an anti-inflammatory and bronchodilatator. The recommended daily amount is 500 milligrams. To get enough magnesium, you have to have a diet high in raw fruit and vegetables, as well as legumes and nuts. If asthma, add these foods to your plate. Sesame and pumpkin seeds. Soy, in all forms. Legumes, lentils, garbanzos, peas. Wheat bran. Primrose oil. Vegetables, Swiss chard, spinach, green beans, parsley, carrots, onions. Fruit, banana, dates, raisins, maracuja. Nuts, pistachios, walnuts, oats. Walking seaweed. Garlic. Give it dry.